It's been a little while since I started an episode on our servers list. I can't actually remember the last time I did it, but that is because I've received a message from ACG to be recording when I log in if I logged out of my house, and you all know how bad I am at remembering where I logged out. I know that Noah did something because I have seen it, and we'll get to that later on, but for now, who's online? Sean's online. Let's log in and have a look and see what's happened. I'm not entirely sure where I am. Oh, I'm on top of Noah's secret project. Right, let's jump on down. No, I'm not. I'm on top of the rainbow. Right, so what do we got down here? Ooh. Town hall's coming along nicely. Pathways looking... Oh, that's a lot of trees. For a second there, I didn't quite notice what was happening. I just saw a lot of trees and assumed it was more forest. Oh my, where is my house gone? Oh no. There's so many trees. I love it. It looks so cool. Oh, oh no, there's even trees inside. Oh golly, what have we here? Hello, fellow tree hugger. I heard you liked trees. Lots of them. It's true, I do like trees. If you saw last episode, you would have seen we have completely regrown the forest around town to make it look even more beautiful. Is that a person or a zombie? I saw something move. Also, Noah has filled the ravine with cobblestone walls for whatever reason. Apparently he died in there and made it child-proof or something. Okay, so we have a lot of trees going on here. We've got a lot happening. I love it. I kind of don't want to get rid of it. Uh-oh, what do we got here? Oh, it's the same sign. Oh, there's a lot of trees everywhere. Oh, it's a zombie villager. Hello. Oh, okay. Right, so what I might go and do is I might just go sleep through the night so I can actually get an idea of how everything looks. It's a bit hard to see at night in the dark. How do we get up? We go up here. I was thinking there's might be more staircases. Right. Oh my goodness, that is a hole in the roof. I mean, we're gonna have to make some changes because the view's a little bit ruined and it's pretty dark out there. It looks like mobs are actually able to either spawn under there or just kind of generally wandering under there. Right, let's go and have a look at this thing because it is quite a sight by what I can gather, especially from flying in the dark. We only have one firework left, so we might not want to waste it. Oh, they even grew mega trees? Oh my gosh. There's nowhere for me to take off anymore. There's no room anywhere. Oh, jump over there. Alright, let's just eat so that we don't fail to take off here. Last rocket, not waste it. Okay, let's have a look up here. This seems to be our kind of vantage point up on the mountain here. Oh. The house is kind of gone. There is not much left to see there. Oh boy. Well, apart from the view being ruined, I actually quite like that. It looks pretty cool. I do like having all the trees around it. I might just get rid of the ones on the roof, repair the hole, and get rid of the ones on the front there so we have the view still. But I quite like having that forest around here. I especially like having oak trees and extreme hills. I really love that effect. It looks pretty awesome. But we will have to get rid of those ones from the front especially. Also, why is there a dark oak there? I do not know. Alright, without further ado, we've got lots of plans for this episode, so we shouldn't be wasting much time admiring the beauty of this present. I should probably acknowledge Noah's quote-unquote prank as well. I'm not entirely sure what his intention was when he did this. All he told me is that he died in my ravine and made it child-proof. I don't know who's in my house. It's gonna be Eli or Oki. But anyway, I figured that I should probably record it, because I was just clearing it out and I found a shulker box down here. He did say he left something in here for me. So that is very kind of him. I'm hoping it's not just going to be a joke and it's actually going to be something nice. But knowing Noah, you never know what you're going to get. So what have we here? Ooh, shulker box. Shulker shells. Awesome. Fixer-upper pickaxe. Nice. Oh, it has mending and unbreaking. Oh, rotten flesh. Fixer. Oh, that's fantastic. I can add that to... I already have mending. I can add that to something else. Probably the fortune one that I lost. That is awesome. Thank you, Noah. Actually, I'm just going to pop that back in there and collect the shulker box. Oh, that's very kind of him. Oh, it's Eli. Hello, Eli. Right, I'm going to continue clearing this out and then we can finally get started on the project for this episode. I'm so excited to do it. I've been waiting to do it since last season, so we better get on to it. That almost ended badly. And welcome to the end. This is where we're going to be starting our brand new project, our first real big project of Season 2, and I'm excited to get started. I've been wanting to do this since long before the start of Season 2. Right back into Season 1 I wanted to do this, but we kind of had to finish things up quite quickly on Season 1, which is a bit of a shame because I had so many things planned, but we finally have the chance to do it here now on Season 2. What we're going to be doing, if you haven't figured it out already, is making a custom end island, or decorating the end in a way that makes it a lot more unique than just standard what is here at the moment. Also, I am wearing a pumpkin, so things might look a little bit kind of darkened around the edges. So what we're going to be doing is kind of just taking what we have here and making it a lot more unique, like I said, a lot different to the kind of basic end island shape. I'm hoping to do that with lots of kind of end stone formations and making a lot more kind of rough terrain that will hopefully make the dragon fight a lot more interesting as well. It's going to be tricky to do though because we're going to be really limited to the blocks we can use. You can use obsidian, end stone, where are they? Iron bars up the top. I'm not sure if there's anything else we can really use other than that. I'm not sure if you can even use torches for that matter. So it's going to be very interesting to see how we do this. I'm hoping to have a lot of fun with it, so it's going to be interesting to kind of get started and see how it goes. For the meantime though, I kind of want to just kind of clear up things around here a bit. Also probably want to mine a pillar down as much as we can because I'm going to need a lot of obsidian for a lot of decorating and a lot of detailing. It's going to be a long-term project, but I'm looking forward to getting started. 10 stacks of obsidian later and we're not even halfway down from the top of the pillar. It's taken a while, It's good having efficiency 5 and haste 2, though that really did help, but it still takes a little while to mine it all out. I feel like 10 stacks is going to be enough to get us started, just for a while anyway. I think I'm going to have to mine out a lot more later on, because I have some good ideas and good plans that I want to do regarding the gateways, but we'll get to that later. For now though, 10 stacks of obsidian should be enough to get me started, but I'm going to need a lot more end stone, so I might have to travel out to one of the outer islands and just completely eradicate it, which is probably going to take a lot longer as well. Just lots and lots of mining that I'm going to have to do. Not really something I have time for, but it's kind of something I have to do. Otherwise there's not really much terraforming and not really much customization that we can do without these resources. They're the key things. I'm not sure how we're going to get the iron bars yet. I haven't really got an idea or an intention to use many iron bars. They might be nice just to add that little bit more extra detail though later on. I have to come back to that later on. I know that the iron farms are kind of being worked on progress, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that later on. However, 10 stacks of obsidian is plenty for now. We're just going to have to go and get probably about 10 stacks or more of end stone. I'm hoping that this here will be enough end stone to get us started anyway, and a little bit more in here too. I did start a little mine over that way, but I figured, well, we'll start one over here and we'll put it right underneath the gateway here because there's gateways scattered all over here. You can see another one down there. I think that is the main one. And then I'm pretty sure there's another one somewhere around here that's very close by. I don't know why there's so many here, but there just are. So I'm going to start a little kind of endstone mine here because I'm figuring we're going to need probably a lot more endstone after this. So I thought it would be cool to have kind of a dedicated area. But anyway, so this is probably going to be enough to get us started. We've got all that obsidian too, so I'm going to head back to the main end island through the gateway here and actually get started on doing some customization of the main island. I've gone through and cleared out all the foreign blocks, like all the cobblestone and netherrack and stuff that was kind of lying around, as well as take down the staircase somebody had built. I assume it was ISO, I can't quite remember who built the staircase up to the first gateway there. So just cleared them out a bit. And I did a little bit of planning in a test world with Noah, and we've kind of cracked down a bit on the design, or not necessarily the design, but kind of the layout of how we want to have. And I believe he went round and has marked this kind of perimeter here with the granite. So in the middle here, we're going to have like a big pit that kind of goes straight down to the void. And down the very bottom, we'll probably put glass or black concrete or something, so that if you do happen to fall down there, you will die, but you won't lose your stuff. Because we want it to be kind of more challenging to fight the dragon, but we also kind of want it to be a bit more fair, a bit more fun. Because if you just fall into void, everyone knows that that sucks and you lose everything, which is a real bummer. But so what we're going to do is probably dig this bit out. I'm not sure if we'll do it now or later on. It's going to be quite a big project, this one, because it's going to involve quite a lot of kind of terraforming and shaping. But if we dig that down, then we're going to have kind of bridges coming from each of the sides there. so that you can still get and still fight the dragon with melee. Also, what we need to do is do a little bit of testing, probably in a creative world, and see what area around the pillars here gets removed when they regenerate, because I'm not 100% sure on the functions of that. Lots of stuff to do, lots of planning to make, and I'm pretty sure that the amount of endstone and obsidian that we have is not going to be enough. Well, I don't think I'm going to have much of a problem with endstone. I have gathered quite a bit from this, and I'm going to gather quite a lot more. This has to go all the way down to the very ground, or at least quite a long way down, and we're only currently at level 61, and you can't insta-mine endstone either, so it's very grindy. It's going to take a long time to do this. I might have to just work on it throughout the next few days and kind of get it done probably around next episode, hopefully, but we might have to find out later on. Eli's desk chair has fleas, apparently. So I'm just going to have to keep digging this out. I probably won't get it done this episode, or I should say I definitely won't get it done this episode, because I'm not going to have time to just dig. It's going to take for ages. I'm not really sure where to approach this project from now. I kind of want to get something else done than just digging. That's really all I've been doing this episode, is mining, just so much stuff. So I might go and just tidy up, let's get rid of that. I might just go tidy up the tunnel down here and the landing platform, because a little bit of work needs to be done to kind of get it up to scratch, as at the moment, you can see it's just got this little tiny staircase thing here and a big blank bit here, which was left open and not decorated so that the dragon wouldn't destroy part of the tunnel. But if we can just decorate that with the endstone and the obsidian, then that might be a good place to start. With the entrance tunnel here, I'm not really too sure how I want to approach the actual look of the tunnel. I was thinking of kind of building, I'm going to throw my pumpkin back on here, I was thinking of kind of building the endstone out so it's kind of reaching out a bit more this way, but I'm not entirely sure how that's going to look or if it's really going to work. What I do know is that I want it to kind of have come down here along through the tunnel, and then when you get to where I've started digging here, you can either go up this way or this way, but it's just going to curve up and bring you up to the surface. It's going to be a little bit tricky to have the staircase like this. I'm not too happy with it entirely, just because we can't really use any stair boxes. They'll just get destroyed by the Ender Dragon, which kind of sucks, but that's just the way it is. And for some reason, Purple and Endstone bricks get destroyed by the Ender Dragon, which I think is a complete oversight and should probably be changed, because I think it'd be much more amazing and so many more opportunities if we could use those blocks on the main end island around the dragon. But anyway, let's not worry ourselves with that too much. I might just make the slope a bit less steep so you don't have to jump continuously like that. And I have the same kind of thing coming up around this side of the pillar. I still haven't gone out and tested what kind of radius gets removed when you regenerate these pillars, so I might do that soon just to make sure we don't build anything where it's just going to get removed. What I've done here is done a little bit of just digging around and terraforming up to try and make this tunnel fit a lot better into the environment. It's definitely an improvement on how it was before, because it was literally just a straight tunnel with a somewhat kind of staircase leading up. So what I've done is kind of just come through and just been digging away at it bit by bit to try and widen it out and make it more cave-like than just a basic tunnel. And I think it's coming along well. Let's just take the pumpkin off there quickly. It's definitely a work in progress. It does need a lot more kind of tweaking here and there. It's hard to kind of get it away from that square shape that I initially started with. It's tricky. It's hard to make kind of, I guess, decent shaped caves. It's not something I'm always been good at. It's something that I definitely don't have much of a skill in, but it's looking alright. I do want it to look somewhat rustic and somewhat broken up than just your standard caves. Something to make it a bit more unique than general kind of overworld default generated caves, but definitely a work in progress. I would like to come over here, I'll quickly mention this just because I feel like it's something I'll need to do, is widen these stairs out a bit. It's something I wanted to do when I initially made it, and I've kind of started here. It's spreading it out. Instead of just having the one block jumps up and up and up like this, I'd like to kind of spread it out a bit more, so I might need to dig and push the cave this way a little bit more. Also, it might be cool to kind of dig a little cavern around where the pillar is there. That's just a cool idea that I might get around to. But for now, I really want to just focus on the main platform here, because this is really the entrance way to the end, and it's something that needs quite a lot of attention, especially the tunnel leading over to the Enderman farm over there, because at the moment, as you can see, it's not the safest thing. So gonna just hold off on this for now. I'm kind of just starting each part of this and working my way with different aspects of the end island, as it's something that we can't really just do it all at once. I feel like we're going to have to actually slowly chip away at it. I'm not sure how that's going to really work in videos, considering it is quite a big project. But anyway, I really want to focus on this island, or this platform here I should say, connecting it to the island and connecting it to the Enderman farm there. So far, this is what I've got for the main or spawn platform. I'm not entirely happy with it. I think it could use quite a bit of work. I was really just kind of throwing it all down and seeing what I could come up with as I went. I'm not sure if I want it to kind of reach up more, if I just want to make it more kind of like a bowl. Oh, be careful not to fall off anything here. I think if I can maybe make it work a bit more with this part here, it'll probably fit a lot better. And also, I'm not entirely happy with how it looks. If we come down here, it's pretty just a flat line. Also, you can see the bridge that Noah and Liam made back when we fought the dragon. I tried to get rid of most of that. I'm going to have to probably just go there and just dig out as much as I can. But anyway, I've tried to make it kind of reach up and come across, but I might need to do a heap more work in getting it to link up to the tunnel there. With just kind of building around and basically just placing blocks randomly and seeing how I can kind of create shapes. Oh, that may give me a little heart attack there. Creating shapes and such. I'm actually quite liking how this is going. I'm definitely looking forward to the point where I actually join these two here. I came down here and just started kind of building this and making it kind of blend into the tunnel here, making it kind of cave in a bit. And then I kind of came back and just progressively built along. This needs a little bit of smoothing out. I'm not too happy with how rough it's looking, but definitely along the right tracks here. And I think once it's joined up in the middle here, it'll look actually quite good. So I'm just going to continue to build as I am, and hopefully with just a little bit of tweaking, it'll actually turn out quite well, because this is kind of what I want to do, is take basically, I gotta stop doing that, it's making me jump, the two main blocks being Endstone and Obsidian, and just be able to work with them in a way that's going to create something a lot different to the standard kind of end look of being just basically straight Endstone. And like I said before, it's a bit of a shame that we don't have more blocks to work with, because the Ender Dragon destroys basically everything else but these two blocks, and of course iron bars, so just something I'm going to have to work with, and something I'm going to have to try and play around with in a way that's going to turn it out to be quite a good looking... I guess this is a bridge. I would consider this a bridge, but we'll just see how it comes out at the end of the day. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. I really do quite like the effect that I've managed to create with it. Instead of just being a flat kind of straight over bridge, I've more kind of started curling up the edges here a little bit, similar to what I showed you before, but now I've gone and added a little bit of a lip at the top here, and I think that kind of just helps to cover it in a little bit more and to close it in more than just being kind of a standard, I guess, bridge, and not quite a tunnel, but almost a tunnel. So you still have that opening up to the, I guess, sky there, but also it really does help to feel more like, I guess, a little crevice than anything else. I really like it, and I do like how the main platform here kind of blends in reasonably well with the tunnel here as well. I do have quite a bit of work that I really do need to focus on around this main entrance part, but I'm not entirely sure where to approach it from, just because there's so much to do. I think I'll probably focus more on it next episode. But for now, I am really quite happy with how this main kind of area here is looking. Just needs a little bit of tweaking here and there. Unfortunately, that is going to do it for this episode. I'm already running quite late as it is, and I don't really want to do any more until next episode, as I do want to kind of focus on getting a lot done next time, and really crack down and focus on how we want this end island to look and how we want things to kind of feel overall on the main island, as well as really doing a lot of customization work around this main island. You do kind of forget how big it is. It's a pretty massive island compared to some, but I think we can really do some cool things with this. So I'm going to be focusing on that next episode. I have a lot of obsidian that I need to mine and a lot of endstone I need to collect, but nonetheless, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.